So it all started when I was 8 years old. My dad had just brought me the new Grand Theft Auto. I'd go over to his house every single weekend and play it. It was so fun, bro, because I was 8 years old. No other 8-year-old had that game. I was stoked. I was special. Yeah. So I don't really know how this happened, but I kept playing the game. I didn't play online, I just played story mode with my dad. And I started playing the game like real life. I started getting obsessed over it. The more I played it, the more I wanted to act like real life. And it got to a point where I would restart the whole game. Yeah, hear me. The whole game that took me like hours to complete for one simple mistake. I hit a car while I was driving. I didn't follow the traffic rules. I went through a red light. Simple shit. It's Grand Theft Auto and yeah, I know, it's fucked when I look back at it. But that happened, yeah. And it got worse. But I loved it at the same time because it was a challenge. I loved it at the same time because it was a challenge. But when I started getting less interested in video games, I started getting more interested in basketball. The older I got, my friends started playing basketball, so I wanted to join in and start playing with them. Somehow fell in love with the game, kept playing every single day, kept loving it. And my main goal was to be better than my friends. That was like my main goal. I wanted to be like when I played domestic, which was like just a fun around league. I wanted to score the most points in there. I wanted to be, the best player, yeah. But I got to grade 6, and then I wanted to make the NBA. So the first year of playing basketball was just for fun, but I actually started watching basketball, and I wanted to make the NBA. Now, this is where shit goes downhill. So I keep playing every single day, but it gets to a point where I know I'm not working hard enough. I should be working harder. So I start every day after school. School ends, I get my basketball out and I start grinding on the basketball courts at school. 2 hours every single night. Every single night. Get out the cones, do dribble drills. Yeah, shoot like probably 300 to 500 shots, do 100 push-ups. Like I was pushing myself hard, bro, and it was good. It was a good mindset to have, especially at a young age, which really stemmed from playing video games and really challenging myself. That's where I really think it came from. However, it was very toxic at the same time, because I would get, and my friends can vouch for me on this one if you're watching this video, any of my friends are. I used to get real pissed off when I missed a shot. I'd shoot a shot, I'd miss it, and yeah, the first shot, yeah, I missed one shot, who cares? But if I missed 2 or 3 in a row, I'd get real angry. If I was doing a drill, I was doing a dribbling drill, doing a ball handling drill, I would get real angry if I stuffed up, like really angry, right? And this led to me overthinking, getting a shit sleep as a 12-year-old. I'd wake up tired, and I just kept doing it over and over and over again. This obsessive mindset was good, definitely. However, it went too far. So I go into year 7, it's around the same. It's the same. It's the same mindset. I've kind of brought it down a little bit because I've realized that sleep is important. I was following that Kobe Bryant rule, 4 hours of sleep a day. Didn't fucking really work for me, especially that age. Let me just see, how's the lighting? Yeah, it's all right, it's cool. All right, cool. I don't really need my sunglasses, the sun's not even out. But as I was saying, what was I saying? Year 7 came around, kind of the same thing. But I got to year 8. Year 8 was when I really started getting social media. I started comparing myself to other players around the world, not just in the country, in the state, around the world. I wasn't some fucking top dog prospect, 5-star prospect, bro. I wasn't that good, yeah. But I compared myself to these people because I was like a 5'6" kid at the time, maybe 5'5". So I had nothing over these guys, yeah. But I knew that, so I had to keep grinding every single day. Now I started to train at a different court. There's 2 courts at this court, right? There's this one court here and there's one court on the other side. There's 2 courts. My friends from school, probably 3 or 4 times a week after school, played on this court here. Yeah, the second court. I always played on the other court. there's not like a first or second court. There's just two courts, right? And they'd be playing. They'd just be shooting around, having fun, and I'd be on the other side with all these cones out, like sweating my tits off, bro. I'm not saying this is bad. This is actually, I'd say it's a really good mindset, but again, it went too far. Like, it was at this point when I'd miss one shot and I would fucking scream. I'd say, fuck. I'd get really angry, bro. And everyone would hear me. My whole neighborhood would hear me. Because basketball was my life. It was my whole life. I didn't really care what people thought. Well, I did to an extent. But I tried to keep my voice down. But it got really bad, bro. I was getting real pissed off. I'd go home, look at the workout I just did. It was shit. I didn't make enough shots. These other guys are dunking at my age. I'm just shit, right? I'm just shit. And I don't really know where to go with this, but let's just go to the tryouts. I try out for my team that I wanted to make. Long story short, I don't make it. I don't make the team. I make a lower team, and I said to myself, if I make that team, I'm probably not going to play. Yeah. So I didn't end up playing. I told myself I'll give it another year and I'll go back. I'll be fresh as fuck. I'll be, hopefully taller. I'll be much more skilled. But after looking around at my competition, how they were growing, they were like 6'8" to the age of 15. I'm still 5'7". I'm like, fuck basketball. I'm just gonna go do something else. I gave up. Yeah, I gave up. And at this point, I felt a massive, like a bag of bricks had just been lifted off my shoulders. That pressure to make the NBA wasn't there anymore. It wasn't there. And I felt free for about 3 or 4 days. And because of that lack of purpose, which I've had my whole life, either with video games or basketball, it just wasn't there. So I went back to video games again, but it wasn't in that way. I didn't really play games like real life anymore. I'm not really a kid anymore. It's like that shit's old. Until I discover, like working out, fitness, working out. I get really into that. I'm not really a perfectionist with that. Oh boy, it's just changing the lighting a bit, getting a bit dark. But I'm not really a perfectionist with that. I'm doing like 30-minute workouts in my room and I start loving it. So I start this YouTube channel. Fitness YouTube channel, like there's 10-minute bicep, 10-minute ab workouts, and I'm really loving them. I'm not creating them for their subscribers. To a point, yes I am, but I'm creating them just because I enjoy them. This is where I loved it the most. This is where I love creating content the most. And I continue this for about a year. I start posting on TikTok, I blow up on TikTok, and I'm not really doing it for the followers. To a point, yes I am, but I'm creating it because I love it. Now I hit 15 and a half. Right, 6 months of creating content, and my parents say, okay, you're earning like $100 a month from this content stuff. If you want to not get a part-time job, because I didn't want to have a part-time job because I'd read these books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, consume content around the Matrix, it's bullshit, never get a job, yeah? I didn't want a job. So I told my parents, okay, $300 a month, let's do it. So I took the joy I was creating out of content and I turned it into a business. I wasn't doing it for joy anymore, I was doing it for the money. Solely for the money. To make $300 a month, I didn't give a shit how many views I got, I didn't give a shit who I upset. All I cared about was that $300 a month. That's all I cared about. To an extent, yes, I did care about what people thought. I wanted my content to be still valuable. I didn't want to be one of those fucking sellouts, yeah? So this happens, right? I don't end up hitting that $300 a month, which I'm really glad I didn't, because I think a part-time job is very important for teenagers. So I end up getting a part-time job and I'm there for about a year. It's really good, yeah. And yeah, that goes well. Now I'm back to creating content like I love it again, yeah. I'm not stressed about the money. I'm not stressed about it yet. I'm just focused on building a very solid brand. Very solid brand. Now, around 16 and a half, would have been a year and a half ago, I wanted to start making more money from content. So I started my I started selling a course. It wasn't one of those bullshit courses. It was a community course, and that went pretty well. Like, it made me some extra income on the side. I started promoting it everywhere. It was going pretty good, right? And this is where I became obsessed with content. This is where I took that mindset from video games and basketball back in the day and applied it to this. I still found joy in it because I loved it, of course. I love playing basketball, I love playing video games. It was just that toxic perfectionism mindset. It's an addiction. And I titled this video the title it is because it is an addiction. It's fucked. It ruins basically everything in your life if you let it. I'll get to that in a minute though. So I'll start creating content 50-50 for myself and for other people. Now, long story short, I still keep posting content, but I don't really enjoy the content I post. Because now I'm comparing myself to the best. The guys who are 30 plus years in age, been in the game for decades. I'm comparing myself to these guys because I think my content is shit compared to theirs. They have all these fancy edits. They have like 3 cameras. Like, you know, it's crazy, yeah? And I just thought my content was a piece of shit. So I'd stay up till like 12 p.m. at night, not actually working hard. I'd finish all my work at like 7 p.m. But I'd literally just scroll on social media for like 5 hours, thinking I'm being productive, but simply consuming other people's content, not for education, but for comparison. That's it, that's all I'd do. And I'd think I was productive. And that it would fuck up everything in my life. My sleep would be bad, meaning I had no energy, meaning my workouts were shit, meaning if I wasn't making progress in my life, I couldn't really be present with my friends and my family because all I'd be thinking about is me not making enough progress. Every single area of your life, every single area of my life diminished simply because of this toxic mindset, this over obsession. Not working too hard, but doing things that don't matter. Getting upset about shit that doesn't matter. It's not that deep, right? So this year has actually been really good, right? This year's been really good in terms of success and in terms of my mental health as well. Yeah, I'm not, and please don't take this video like I'm some fucking victim. Yeah, and I had the worst life. Trust me, bro, I have a very blessed life, and you do too. I'm just sharing something because we all go through shit. We all go through shit. Don't look at me as some perfectionist dude because I create self-improvement videos. Yeah, I go through my own shit as well, right? However, that's what I'm sharing here, and this is for myself. This isn't really for you. This is for my future self. But I'm sure you can get something out of it too. This year's going great, but last week, that mindset came up again. I had a video not do the best. It's about video games, right? I had a video not do the best. It was like a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks by the time you're seeing this. It didn't do the best. And I saw that mindset creep in again. So I didn't upload 2 videos in a row. I'd edited them, I'd done the thumbnail, but I didn't upload them because I thought they were shit. I just didn't think they were good pieces of art, right? I didn't, because it's an art form, it is, right? I didn't think they were good. So I really looked back. Well, hang on, that comes in a minute. I was reading a book. It's called Discipline is Destiny by Ryan Holiday. I'm reading this book at the moment. I'm like halfway through it. Really good book. And there's a chapter on perfectionism. And I felt it really related to me. Because, yeah, I'm disciplined. I do what I need to do every single day regardless of how I feel. I'm at this point right now. But there's another point where I need to discipline myself from not doing work. It's not actually work. It's just it's productive procrastination. I need to discipline myself. When I finish the video, upload it, and that's it. Don't start consuming other people's content because you think your content is shit. Stop escaping these thoughts, if you get what I mean. And I really looked at my life and I said to myself, if I can fix this, I can make so much more progress. Not necessarily in the content game, but in my own life. Because I don't want to create content for you. and let my progress go down the window. Yeah? I don't want that happening, bro. Yeah? I don't want to lose this path that I'm on, which I'm not. However, that's it. Like, again, this video is for me. It's not really for you, this is for me. But if you're struggling with something like I am, like over obsessing over something, and it's just not doing you any good, it ruins everything else in your life, you're not really present with friends or family anymore when you are with them. All I'm thinking about is, fuck, I should edit this video could have done better, my workout was shit this morning, right? And if you're struggling with something like that, one thing that's really helped me when I'm getting in this mindset, it's not that deep. Just something as simple as that. It is not that deep. Simple. End it there. Something is never as deep as it seems. And I think that's my New Year's resolution for this year, if I'm ever going to have one. Even though that starts now, but my New Year's resolution for 2024 is to just not take things as seriously. Still work as hard as I am, but not take things so seriously. Trust the process. That's the goal. So yeah, this is like a farewell to 2023. It was a great year. However, there was one thing that was really holding me back. Not as much as 2022, but it still was. And if I can fix this issue in 2024, I truly believe I can make a lot more progress in not only my own life, but in helping you as well. Again, this video is just for me. I hope you found value in it. I know it's kind of a different video, but I want to share my struggles because I'm human just like you. I'm not acting like the victim, but I don't like when self-improvement creators in general, reflect the idea of perfectionism, because it's not true, it's not real, it doesn't exist. Simple. So, hope you found value, bro, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks.